Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now, these two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. On second down, it's Hunt. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He's tackled
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
6 yards. It's fourth down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Play action. It's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Number 83.
A big play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Moore now on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Moore on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for Moore. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run here with Eckler. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of Eckler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Whitehead on the tackle. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the 17.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Down at the 10-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Kareem Hunt.
So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice try. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Got an open man, it's Washington. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Titans. Darren Waller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. So many times you think of these tight ends catching the ball already in the end zone, but today's tight end, they can run after the catch, too, to score.
They're big, they're strong, but they're extremely athletic, and they can surprise the heck out of you when they get the ball in their hands and they're running away from the defense.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 30.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 18-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there, and he's got it for the touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays. Because
Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Down a
Titans.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Forced out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the 27, Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. gun. Here's Prescott. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Ravens.
Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kareem Hunt. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Tackled at the 27.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
2 yards.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Julian.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
45-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
7-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Running on first down, Eckler. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
To the 49.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
It's Eckler again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
At his own 49.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to launch it for Washington. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Washington.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to look deep for Moore. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And the lead is up to 5.
Makes the score Titans 28, Ravens 23.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott to throw it. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Kareem Hunt.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven first down.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Prescott.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
23.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That one is caught by Hunt. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Buying time to his left. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Prescott. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They go play action now. Jackson to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. On 2nd and 1, Jackson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
A 3-yard.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes they think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. 1st down, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And some room to work. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Touchdown, Titans. DJ Moore with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Titans 38, Ravens 31.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
On play action, Prescott. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that It's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And it's third down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Hunt. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spent all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
At the 13-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Third down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Play action now. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Murray. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score, Titans.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Titans, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.